Okay. Hello again, this is Trice Majestus, and we're back getting the carrier ready for the long trip. Hey, Captain Lynn, good to see you along. All right. But I think after yesterday's experience with the mining, I think for this trip I want to stick with plain old laser mining. Hey, A4. Apparently you guys have filled up the ship for me. I'm gonna go. Let's see, what do I got stored here? Alright, Tritium Depot. What's in the Tritium Depot? There's 1,000 in the depot. Great. Commodities market. Everything's sold in full. Excellent. Whoops. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna go. I need to rename the title of tonight. Alright, what do I got in here? Okay, looks like I have to make a couple of runs back to Shinrada Desra to make sure I've got everything I need. Optional internal. Oh, I can't store anything? Okay, I could store this. Oh, that's interesting. Why can't I store the, Interesting, I can't store that. I can't store that. Okay. I have 2 collector Olympic controllers and a cargo rack. What's my return home look like? Where's my cutter? No, I want to keep that here. Oh. Huh. Okay. Well, if we're full, I'd like to leave tonight. Yes, but if you got a belly full of tritium, you could sell it to me when we're part way out of there and have used a bunch of it. That's what we did the last time. All right, I got to run the Shinra to Desra. Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
Seem to be having problems storing Class 8 objects. We're going to get rid of all of those. Oops. Not changing those optionals. Okay. Looks like I'm going to keep the 6 fuel scoop, I guess. Hey, Nate. That's interesting. It wouldn't let me store my Class 8, Oh, I know why. Retract landing gear.
Landing clamps disengaged.
Landing gear retracted.
Because I have 208 limpets. It's my fault. Right. Open hailing frequencies.
Requesting docking permission.
Access granted. Proceed to your allocated pad, Commander.
Good evening.
Deploy. Good evening. Deploy landing gear. Deploy landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
Now I know why I have the problem. I've still got limpets.
Yeah, I played against Boo. I didn't even check the tritium. I knew that we had 3,000 tons to go, so I just scooted over there to Weaver Vision, loaded up 512, come back, and it was full. I was sitting there going, well, I hope Trace don't want to do nothing tonight, because I ain't gonna go around the galaxy with a full belly of tritium.
Oh heck no. No, I figure so I'll just get stuff set and we'll leave. We'll head out.
Mr. Lightspear, Mr. Yeller, to be exact, was running his little tail feathers off when I came on, and when I seen it was loaded, I said, Yeller, did you fill the carrier the rest of the way? And he said, mm-hmm. You realize A4? I said, you do realize A4 has 700 and some odd tons to get rid of?
Well. All right, so my upkeep is 24,700,000. And that's with everything except the secure warehouse. Okay, so I need to go to... I think this is the one I want. Limpets. Get rid of all my limpets.
A4, that's because he's orbiting that fast-moving planet, and so you're going to have to kind of lead and follow it around there until you get to where it drops you out, or else you're going to miss it every time.
Okay, inventory is now empty. That's good. So now I can store... Let's see, I'm not going to bring any of this along, so I got to go get that in the utility mounts. I'm not going to bring any of those. Optional. There we go. Now I could store... that was so silly. Alright, I'm always going to have the detailed surface scanner and planetary approach suite on there. Alright, now to go to... Actually, I should write down what I've got here and compare it to my list of things that I need. Oh, boy. So, I need an 8A fuel scoop. I need an 8A AFMU. I've got the shield generator. I've got a 6E. 5H Guardian shift drive. 4G hangar. Planetary hangar. Okay, and then on the other side of things, I need... Okay. Optional internal. I still need one more. Okay, I'm going to have to do this in 2 trips. Well, not really. I'll transfer the other one on. I need an 8A cargo rack. Okay, I've got my 4 of those. I got my prospector, and I got my refinery. So 886. Collector. I only need 3 collectors. I only need 3 collectors here, not 4. Why? Okay.
Oh my God. Captain's carrier is shooting A4 down and he has no shields.
Well, that's not good.
Oh my God. Just come and land on Trace and see he won't shoot you. Hello, Yeller, how you doing?
So I got my collectors. I got 2 8E cargo. Oh, I'm going to have 2 8E cargoes. Okay, so that's what I need. All right, off to Shinrada Desert to purchase the stuff I need and dump the stuff I don't. Hey, Yellow. Thanks for filling me up. Retract landing gear.
Go for launch. You have been done.
Power to engines. Engage.
Routing power to engines. Preparing for
Restrictions
move.
have been lifted. Take care out there, Commander.
So what I'll do is I'll buy the 8A. Yeah. Then transfer it. Oops. Oh, that was wacky.
Fuel scooping.
Yeah, lovely.
Fuel scooping complete.
Why, YouTube? Why? That's in my way. Oh, I am getting so much lag. This is horrible.
Well, boss, it looks like it's going to be just me and you go out there 55,000 light years.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. And from last night's experience, I figure we're just going to do plain mining lasing for the tritium on the way out, because I can't see us getting good enough in a short enough period of time to make the the subsurface deposits work. So if you want to take a little time to
Well, what I'll do is I'll carry a couple of them with me, and like if you sign off and go to bed during the day, if I have time, I can get out there and hunt down a planet or something and sit there and practice, and whatever I do get, just put it in the storage.
Oh, sure, that'll work.
Scan complete.
It does happen that way, Nate. It does happen. System map. Oh my god, what is with the lag? Walter Wall.
No, whenever this carrier jumps, my butt will be on it because I'm sitting here full, so
Yep.
I'm not going to be cruising around the system with a whole bunch
Titanic.
of tritium on.
Yeah. Well, I'll make this as quick as I can. Sezzy, Renreku, Mr. Rogers. And that's everybody. Okay. Engage.
Frameshift drive charged.
Spooling FTL engines and preparing for jump.
Yeah, if you get good at it, but I wasn't hitting it well enough. Actually, the cutter is probably the worst ship to try doing that in.
4, 3, 2,
I'm just wondering about bringing us. Which ship do we have? Which ship would have the best targeting?
For doing that, the Python's the ship to use.
See, what I'm thinking is we could bring a ship, strip it down, just bring a hull of a ship, have it shoot, and we collect.
We'd still need a third pilot.
Fuel scooping complete.
You know, I could shoot and you could collect. Well, I mean, the thing is with that type of mining, you know, really,
I'm just trying to think of a cheap ship that you could aim well with it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. So you have it basically someone who does the aiming and shooting and someone who does the collecting.
Right. I know what we could do. If one of these guys here were on, we could bring them in a crew. No, shit, that won't work. Forget it.
Nope, that won't work because you got to be in your own ship. Now, where the heck is this star hiding, or this planet hiding? I hate it when I can't find them quickly. There you are.
System scan complete.
System map. I somehow ended up on a completely different route back. Copperfield, and a group of 4. Iso Lorente, Skrillex, Buccaneer, and Madrills. Snowman, Eriker, and that same set of 4. Engage.
Captain, last night when we were there mining, I shot and I shot and hit the blue, and I shot this one target 8 times before it quit, allowing me to attach to it. So you can shoot one subsurface 8 times and get something out of it.
Yeah, but you've only got 96 ammo per each of the weapons. And so...
System scan complete.
So basically the ideal ship for that is the Python, because by the time you fill the 150 tons, you're out of shots. Oops. System map. Hull flow. On we go. Engage.
Frameshift drive charging.
Spooling FTL engines and preparing for jump.
Yeah, I was thinking of, oh, sorry, you go, Lynn.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I was thinking with the cutter, I'd load up 4 of them. That will give me 360 shots. But with how lousy I am at aiming, you know, on this trip, without really a lot of time to practice, I'd much rather, you know, just stick with the,
Fuel scooping.
stick with what I know.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Remember, you can synthesize your ammo too, Cap, if you got it.
Yeah, but that's expensive. Engage.
Yeah. Or
Oh,
if you can,
wait a minute.
if
No.
your carrier's not too far away, you can go and reload again.
Well, that's true. If the carrier's not far away, but then you might as well dump your tonnage while you're there, and you might as well be on a small ship. Engage.
Frameshift
Preparing to full space.
So,
No, I hit one that was 1 bar. How I hit it, I have no clue. But it gave me like 5 rocks out of it.
yeah, if you get lucky, you can get a lot real quick. But on average, it's like 3 or 4 per each. So what I figure is, you know, if I was going to have us do that type of mining on the way out, I'd quickly throw together a mining python, throw that and just store that.
fuel scooping.
Yeah. Tungsten. Yeah.
So I mean that was an option, but I think what I'm going to do is just deal with the lasers. You know, we know we can do that in a reasonable amount of time. Engage.
Yeah, and if we find planets along the way
Charging
and keep
FTL.
full, it'll be faster and easier on us too.
Yep. And you don't have to worry about ammo. You don't have to worry about anything when you're out there.
3, 2,
And I would like to also, when we get out there, I won't have no problem going and mining. Well, I was mining LTDs here, so if I find a tritium plant, I can do that during the day when I'm taking a break in my garden.
Yep. You do have that option, which is a nice thing.
fuel scoping.
Yeah, I was running a little late tonight though. I watered my garden and I forgot, and I had to run out there and turn the water off, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna be late.
Nope, you were right on time.
Fuel scoping complete.
Although I think it's funny what you call a garden. I'd call an entire farm.
Well, it'll sure make you sweat running just from the house to the garden. It'll make you work a sweat up. And I was out there just to getting after it. And I thought my neighbors probably think I'm crazy as hell at my age running across the yard. Although now I got to go peaches. I got 2 peach trees. It's probably got, I don't know, 400 or 500 peaches on them.
Oh my goodness.
So,
I can't even imagine the amount of work you have to do on a regular basis just to keep all that going.
well, I don't really do nothing with the peaches except wait for them to ripen. But my husband came in and told me, he said, you need to do something about your peach trees. And I said, why? And he said, I saw 2 squirrels grab a peach and run for the woods.
I guess they're ripe then.
Yep.
Yeah, I used to have a cherry tree right beside the house that the previous owner of the house had planted. Unfortunately, they planted it too close to the house and it was starting to invade the foundation, so I had to chop it down.
And you like Abe Lincoln couldn't tell no lie?
I do have a hard time lying. It tends to be very obvious when I do.
Well, I hope you saved the cherry wood for smoking and stuff on your barbecue grill.
I saved it for turning.
That's
Since, yeah, well, I turn wood, so.
that's a I wouldn't say a hobby, but that is something I've always wanted to get into, but it's too late in life for me to learn a new trick.
It's actually not that hard to learn. Disengage.
There's enough hobbies.
Exiting hyperspace.
Well, I mean, that's what it is for me as a hobby. At least at this point. You know, when I finally do stop programming, I'll probably do that a lot more. Unfortunately, my garage is a little damper than I would like, and it's rusted a little, and not too happy with that. Open hailing frequencies.
Oh, your turner? Your wood turner?
My lathe, yeah.
Docking permission.
Yeah. Get you some real good oil, clear oil,
Hmm.
and rub it with it.
Yeah, so the bed's gotten a little rusty, so I'm gonna have to clean that up and oil it up, but I do like it. I've got a nice recon lathe. Did I? Yes, I did. I'm going to landing pad 10. And I feel, you know, it's very where the hell is it? Oh, there it is. Definitely a de-stressor for me to go out there and turn wood. Even if the whatever project I'm working, whatever piece of wood I'm working on, you know, just completely shatters. Deploy landing gear.
Yeah, it takes your mind off of everything. You
Yeah.
have to concentrate so you can't think about crap. And Yella, congratulations on being a count.
Oh, congratulations, Yellow. All right.
Warning, what?
Hmm?
Seen a warning sign pop up there on your up there.
Yeah, I didn't drop my gear quick enough.
Oh.
All right. So let's go to outfitting. All right, hard points. Let's go store that guy. Store that guy. Store that guy.
Yeah, if you're a count, you're 3 away from being a duke and getting your cutter. Just remember, you better start mining because the cutter is 204 million with no improvements.
All right. Power plant, frame shifter, beams. Did I store my mining lasers over there?
I think my cutter was 204 million, and then it cost me another 300 million to A-rate it and
Finery, cargo wreck. I got a power distributor in Colonia. Why do I have a 6B power distributor in Colonia?
for when you were out there.
Yeah, I wonder why I left. Oh, because I engineered it a little. All right. I have an 8A shield generator here, 8A thrusters here, 7A thrusters here. Plasma accelerator, power plant, FSD interdictor, beam lasers. That's somewhere else. That's here. Okay, I got a vehicle hangar here. That's cool. Burst lasers. 4G, it's even the right one. Refinery, 29 minutes. Where the hell is that? Doesn't say. Cargo rack, 29 minutes. Okay, that must be the ship's oil refinery. That's in Colonia. Wish it told me this. Oh, it does tell me the system that those are in. Ah, Yash. There we go. Yash, cargo rack in Yash. Collector. I have a collector limpet controller in Boran. It's not engineered. Sell that. Goodbye. Let's see. That's in Colonia. That's in Yash. Collector in Yash. Collector in Yash. I got 4 collectors and a cargo rack in Yash. Prospector in Yash. So I do not have anything on this list stored there. Okay. Hard points, which means I need 2D mining laser. The things I gotta do. Alright, I've got my 4 mining lasers. Oh, that's interesting. I could move them up to... I could move the wing ones. Well, they're all on the wings. Oh, those 2 are closer in. There we go. Alright, so that's those utility mounts. I don't need any of these. So I will store them. Yellow's going with us, huh?
Yeah, Yellow says, yeah, sign me up on that suicide mission.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, Yellow, when we get all the way out there and we start back, I'll run with you. I'll hang with you. Make sure you get back all right.
I don't want to transfer. I want to buy an 8E cargo rack. And then I want to store it. And transfer that the other way. All right, a fuel scoop. Well, okay, now I can get an 8E fuel scoop. Or 8A fuel scoop. That's called Scoop Fast. Brush up AFMS, 8A. Heck yeah. 5. Where is it? FSD boosters right in front of me. Okay, so I've got the cargo rack stored. I got a shift drive. I need transfer to ship. I've got 2 SRVs. So I've got fuel scoop, AFMU, Guardian shift drives, that, and I've stored a cargo rack, which I need to transfer to the ship. Okay. And... right. All right, so let me run down to Yash to begin transferring the cargo rack down to Yash, and then I will fill up on tritium and we'll be ready to go.
Okie doke, Commander.
Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
I'm so excited. We're gonna go see stuff we've never seen before.
Come on, let me click on that. Okay, fine. Don't let me click on that. I'll just type it in. Retract landing gear.
Landing gear retracted.
Landing gear retracted.
You forget who's the commander of this carrier, Dave. You're gonna have to get excited because there's no telling what he's gonna pull once we get way out here. Away from the bubble. Yeah, Yellow, go load up on tritium because what we do is I got 512. Trace will have 500, 700, and whatever you can hold. And every jump we fill the tank so we can get way out there before it starts using in
Engage.
storage from the commodity.
Spooling FTL engines and preparing
Does that make sense to you? I hope I explained it right.
Engage. Yep, that's what we do. Yeah, that's why we're parked where we are. The next system over has cheap tritium. Engage.
No, I think if I ever started at Are We There Yet, he'd probably eject my butt off the carrier somewhere out there.
Wait till we get 3/4 of the way out and then make it private.
Oh, God. Yeah, he'll wait till after the morning after we fill up with the carrier and kick my butt out. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm sitting here with a belly full.
Fuel scooping.
Actually, Trace doesn't have to do nothing to lose me. I mean, I slip off the side of the carrier. He jumps and he leaves me right
Engage.
there in the system on another carrier. I mean, if it can happen, it
spooling
happens.
FTL engines and preparing for jump.
That was just absolutely nuts. I mean, that's just a bug. You know, something like. At least we won't have to worry about that where we're going, because there's just not going to be other carriers for you to get crossed up on.
No, you'll just leave me out there in the system, and here I am with a 30 light year jump ship, trying to jump, catch you in 500. Yeah. Oh, God. I can see it happening already. I'm already prepared for it, though.
And of course, since now I've got a completely different jump range, I'm hitting completely different systems on the way back.
What is your jump range now?
About 42. System map. Bog Whoppit. Engage.
Frameshift drive charging.
Spooling FTL engines and preparing for jump.
Okay, you're 42, but what did you give up?
Oh, I'm pretty much stripped down. I've got no weapons other than, well, I've got the mining lasers.
Oh, you can tell me when you get back and swap out.
Yep, because I'm going to swap. I'll get to the carrier, swap some stuff around, have the other cargo rack come down. Actually, I think I better just go back and get the other cargo rack. It's going to be quicker that way.
It only took 10 minutes.
Okay.
I had something shipped from Shinrada. You can check to see how long it takes, and you can load up. And by the time you get your tritium and back on the carrier, it should be close to. And by the time you program your ship, your jump, you still have 15 minutes.
Right. But what I was thinking is I wanted to fill that second 250, that second cargo rack. I've done this wrong. I should have shipped the AFMU down and brought the cargo rack, but I wasn't thinking. Or not thinking clearly. Okay, so have I scanned this system already? Yes, I have. Alright, engage. Engage.
Preparing to flood space.
Actually, doesn't LTT have cargo racks?
I don't know if they've got an 8. I could go check first. That would make things quicker.
3, 2, 1.
If I have to jump 500 light years to catch trays, it's going to be more than WHT is what I'm saying.
No, I imagine, given you worked in construction, that there will be the air will change color around you.
I've been a good girl. I've been watching what I say. I know that we're live.
Well, construction crews are known for their colorful language.
Oh Lord, yes, and I've heard it all.
Mm-hmm. And being a woman in construction, you probably had to have a dirtier mouth than the rest of them to get their respect.
Yeah, kind of a little bit, yeah. You can't be thin-skinned, that's for sure.
No, I imagine not. Pacifist's hammer.
I don't remember.
Disengage.
I got a 256 extra cargo rack, but
Exiting hyperspace.
I don't know. There's no way I can transfer it to Trace.
07 Commander, welcome to our carrier.
Open hailing frequencies.
Requesting docking permission.
What'd you do with your...
Access granted. Proceed to your allocated
Where'd
pad,
you
Commander.
leave your cargo rack? Because I swore you had 700 and some odd cargo space when you hauled your first load of tritium to the carrier.
Yeah, I stored one here. I want to have a second one. Unfortunately, when I moved things around, I didn't have enough Class 8 slots, so I ended up one short. So I got a Class 8 fuel scoop here and a deploy landing gear. And a
Landing gear deployed.
Class 8 field maintenance unit.
Right. Okay. Gotcha.
Gear deployed.
And I was kicking myself last time for not putting the two Class 8s on the carrier.
We've got you safe and sound. Solid approach. Welcome to our carrier, Commander.
Thank you for welcoming to me to my commander. Yeah. Ugh, I can't English tonight. All right. So, outfitting. Hard points. I'm just gonna leave the mining lasers on there. Optional. Field maintenance units. Store. Okay. 6 compartment. Give me a 6 cargo rack. All right, now let me look up that let's see, we are at, so I need to go to EDDB.
Weaver Vision LTT 9276, right?
Yeah, I got it right here. Mark it.
Shows they have an 8E.
That's what I need.
They show they have an 8E, a 7E, a 6E, a 5E, a 4E, 3E, 2E, 1E.
Okay. Well, then I can take my optional internals, take my fuel scoop, and store it. So now I got my 2 8 slots open. No, and then I transfer the 8E cargo rack to the ship.
How long does it take?
Well, now I'm just going to jump over. You said.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I got lost.
Yeah, so if Weaver has... Yeah, Weaver has that. I could just jump over, come back. Galaxy map.
Here's the
Well, they
galaxy
say
map, Commander.
but you know as well as I do, that can change at any second.
Yep. 9276. Plot my route to there. And let's go.
Mr. Yellow, are you full and back on the ship, or where are you at in the galaxy?
Track landing gear.
Ship released. Restrict
Landing
speed
gear
until a
control.
carrier is far behind you.
Engage.
Frameshift drive charging.
Preparing for war.
And you're clear. Flight control, sign
Just
off.
for giggles and grins, how many light years does that Type 9 have, Yellow?
Yellow, you're in a Type 9?
You're going, this could be bad.
How far does your ship jump?
This could be really bad.
Well, he may have to end up aiming for Colonia on the way back if he doesn't have much jump rate to sell his...
Oh, just for delivery. Yeah, but the problem is, if you go out with us, with that Type 9, you're stuck with that Type 9.
For the entire trip, yeah.
Oh, yeah, the other ship on the tablet. You do
Oh,
realize
okay.
that- Wait, Yellow. You do realize when this carrier gets to its final destination, for you to be back in the bubble and bring that ship back is going to cost you probably about 3 billion credits. Anything we leave on the carrier out there is bye-bye. It stays there.
Disengage.
Exiting hyperspace.
Even if he should be able to make it back. If it just take longer. He'll just have to play during the day if he wants to keep up with it.
Okay, so long as you understand that, I just don't want you to get mad at me when your Type 9 is stuck way the hell out there, and it's going to cost you somewhere around 3 billion to get it transferred back to reasonable space. Okay.
Because we hadn't even made it to our final destination. We were like at Sagittarius A, which is maybe halfway, maybe not quite. And my Diamondback, which is a very cheap ship, was going to cost me, what was that?
Oh, you know what?
100 and some odd million?
Okay.
Ship it to.
Actually, we're going to be at Explorer's Anchorage for a bit. He could actually sell his Type 9 there, I think, if he wanted to.
Well,
Open
yeah,
hailing
whatever
frequencies.
mine is.
Requesting docking permission.
Talk about getting permission at the last second.
Cool, 500 meters. I just don't want you to get out there in something and then we realize you can't get your hind end back.
Deploy landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
Being very efficient in doing, and very inefficient in doing things tonight.
So what ship do you have on Trace's ship that you're going to jump back to the bubble in? Oh, okay.
All right, have a good night, Yellow. Are you all? Do you have everything on the carrier you want to have on it when it leaves?
He's got his clipper, I guess. Yeah. He said he might just stay out in the black. Okay.
There are people that do that, yeah.
Okay, well, y'all go take care of your wife, and when you wake up and come on Elite tomorrow, you'll be in a different...
You'll be somewhere else. No, I'm getting tritium now, and then we're leaving. 576 tons of it.
Cargo hold at maximum
They did have the
capacity.
cargo rack? Okay,
They did have it, yep. Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
Because I figure with you in the cutter and it's got 42 light year jump, and I'm sure you can make it go a little faster than that.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sure that
plenty.
there's gonna be days. Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be days that I'm going to have to work an hour or two during the day just to keep up.
This facility operates under Imperial jurisdiction, where excellence is the standard.
I don't like to take anything out that has less than 40. So 40 is my target jump range for a minimum ship to go out there. Retract landing gear.
I took the
Landing
Python,
gear retracted.
which at the time only had like 18.
Yep, but you started from the bubble and came back to the bubble. You didn't cross over and end out in the Formidine Rift or in the Abyss, where
I took the Python to the Formidine Rift.
that's a bit risky.
That was jumping one star at a time, and I
Yeah.
had to backtrack twice because of the brown dwarfs.
Yep. There are brown dwarf fields out there that are 1,000 light years in any direction wide. They're crazy. Engage.
Well, this will be a good learning
Spooling FTL
experience.
engines and preparing for jump.
Engage.
Frameshift drive charging.
Preparing for warp.
And so you got to make your way through them carefully because There's a, you know, here and there you get a red dwarf in amongst the brown dwarfs. And so you got to very, you know, carefully plot your route so that you keep in fuel.
Yeah, or just cheat, put it on economy, and it'll make you go to where there's fuel. Not the fastest route, but it's the safest way.
All right, jump in 15 minutes after I land. And we execute the loop of shame. Because I wasn't paying attention. It's like, I'm too far away, I'm past. Oh, what happened?
Okay, you said the first jump is going to get us lined out, right?
Yeah, I think so. I gotta see if we can make the first destination from here. I don't think we can. So it's time to pull the spreadsheet up right after I get in here. I don't want to get sacked by a pirate at this point.
Well,
Disengage.
I didn't see no
Dropping out of
mom.
FTL.
Yeah, that mamba that was pestering you.
Yeah,
Welcome, Commander.
which proves some of the commanders wrong. They say, well, if they interdict you once, then you're good to go for the rest of your time out there. And it's like, I was interdicted 10 times. Tell me that.
Yeah, it can happen. It is a random number generator. Open hailing frequencies.
Requesting docking permission.
Access granted. Please follow standard docking protocols, Commander.
Okay.
Scan detected.
Deploy landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
Wonder how many NPCs you're going to take along with you.
Yeah.
Landing gear deployed.
Okay, down we go. All right, spreadsheet time.
Got you safe and sound. Solid approach. Enjoy your stay with us.
All right, so my first jump outwards was supposed to be at Scorpius Dark Region. Okay, we'll see if it's in range. Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
Actually, wrong. I need to go into carrier services. Carrier management. Oh, isn't that a lovely, lovely ship? All right. All ashore that's going ashore. This carrier is on its way out.
As Captain Kirk would say, to go where no man has gone before.
Well, I've been there before.
Yeah, but maybe not this route.
Well, maybe not this route, no. There it is. Oh, it's 7 light years too far. All right, fine. So we need to go to V88, V886. So V886 Centauri. Okay. And actually, let's jump to a specific location in here since this is a neutron star.
Yes, please. Oh my god, I just had a terrible deja vu. You jump into the neutron star and then you jump again. You leave my hind end right in the middle of a neutron star.
All right, Emerald Tablet leaves in just over 15 minutes. And I do need to change the... Okay. I need to retitle the... Going the Distance, Part 1.
Yeah, we've already been there, so we probably won't have no discoveries.
No, we went there in beta.
Oh.
We get them all over again.
Oh god. Shoot, just hitting the systems and not even checking them out, we made quite a bit of pocket change.
Yes, we did.
Wait till old Yellow gets out there and he comes back and he realizes how many billions of explored data he has.
Well, as long as he's on it when we're jumping, yeah. Or in-game while we're jumping anyway.
That would be one of them things. I just set up my computer and just leave my ship, leave the open. Easy money. That is a beautiful ship. Or carrier, should I say. How'd you get the side view of it?
Oh, I set the controls for the camera here.
Oh. See, I can pull it up and see from the nose backwards.
Yep, and if you go into here, let me get a options, controls. They've got a new camera that you need to the store camera. So if you set up your store camera, you can spin that around and look at it from all sorts of different angles.
Okay, so I have to go out and then go into options and controls. Okay.
Yeah. But I love sitting on this screen. And since my joystick has zero dead zone,
Yeah.
and it's not quite perfectly centered, it tends to drift a little bit. So if I just leave it sitting
Well,
here,
that makes it look better.
yeah, you get to see it, moving around a little bit, down and to the left, because that's, the center is a little off.
It looks good.
I do love the look of it. I like this look here too. Where it looks like there's a Klingon main battle cruiser attached to the front of this thing. That's just awesome.
Yeah.
In fact, the layout of the lights on the forward round section is exactly the same as the Klingon heavy cruiser.
Wow.
They pretty much lifted that straight out of Star Trek.
Hopefully they added a light or just subtracted a light so they won't get copyright infringements.
Either that or requested the right to use it one way or another. The one that kind of bothers me more is the one with the vertical front section, because that came out of Star Wars, and Disney is not.
Disney don't play well with others.
Yeah. So that one is directly from the Harbinger on the Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2.
Attention, this carrier has scheduled a hyperspace jump. Please conclude any outstanding business in the system prior to departure.
Did everybody else go to sleep?
It could be.
I don't see A4 or Cap or Nate anymore.
It could be, although it's a little early, Friday and a little early, so I don't know, unless they had a hot date night.
Yeah. Yeah, I came on determined today to fill up the rest of it, the tritium, and like I said, I just jumped over there and A4 is just sleeping. Anyways, I just jumped over there, didn't even look, just jumped to get some tritium, and when I come back full, I went in there to dump it, it was like, it was already full, so I was like, okay, I'll just sit here with the full belly. You still at work, A4? Wow.
Yeah, I had a bit of a long week at work, too. So I'm glad it's the weekend. And hopefully this week... somebody came in really hard and fast with a Imperial courier.
Attention, carrier jump sequence is underway. Lockdown begins in 5 minutes.
Oh, he's saying, no, he's saying a long work week, so I guess instead of 5, he's got 6 or 7 days to work.
No, probably just four long days. Some days work goes well, some days work does not go well. And a lot of times the tough part of being in software is you're on salary and you're paid to get the job done, whatever the hell it is. No matter how long it takes you, no matter how much of your personal life you lose to it.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's long in a different sense, where it's just slow.
I'm so glad I got that's behind me. That's in my afterlife. Here sure is busy.
That's because we're right next to an extremely busy system. That next system over where we're buying tritium is in Boom, I believe. And so there's just a lot of traffic here.
Cap says he's waiting for the first jump.
Kind of sorry you're not going with us, A4, but to each their own. You made the trip most of the way out in beta, so.
Let's see, this is middle of June.
Mm-hmm.
We should be out where we're going, what, into July?
Well, depends how fast we decide to actually go.
Yeah, A4, I look to get back by maybe Christmas time. Oh, A4 says he can catch up.
Yeah.
He can catch up with us.
If he gets a 35 to 40 light year ship and, has the time, yeah. With a 40 light year ship, you can get to Beagle Point in 80 hours. Which is further than we're going. But that's the only reference that I have, because that's what I did. It's too bad I can't put, a label on here somewhere that says we stop for no one. Oh, that's true. You got a Conda. Yeah. Yeah, your Conda can catch us in as little time as you want to spend. The nice thing, I mean, you can make Beagle Point with the Conda in under 35 hours. Oh, that's a leisurely rate. If you really wanted to move. Six jumps is taking time. And even using the FSS, I could do 6 jumps an hour. Oh, that is a new horn.
Attention, carrier is now under pre-flight lockdown. All services have been suspended.
And that came off a cruise ship.
You guys and your long distance jumping ships. I just can't bring myself to make my ship jump that far. It's because it's like I'll miss something. That's the new horn.
Yeah, and that sounds like the horn off of a Celebrity cruise line cruise ship. I remember hearing that very same horn when I was on one of the the cruises that I went on with my family, and we were on one ship, and the other another ship that was going out, which happened to be Celebrity. Yeah, that's the new horn. And it blew, fired off their horn, and that's how it sounded.
Oops, excuse me. I didn't mean to yawn and everybody's here.
I've done that a few times, as you've mentioned. And they've got.
It just dawned on me. I have my headset where I can flip it up and off the mic and it mutes, and so I always try to flip it up. That way you guys don't hear me talking to myself when I'm flying my little plane around, or my little ship around there going, dummy.
Yep. And the Bing Bong is from Royal Caribbean.
Well, yeah, we're fixing to start jumping. It's time for hyperspace sleep.
Cold storage, yeah.
Yeah.
And hey, it's 9:37. We got time to make at least one more jump, if not two.
Attention. Counting down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That horn is funny.
Yeah, I thought somebody had, yeah, I did.
Somebody cut one loose, huh?
Yep. Oh, I don't know if he left me or not. Let me check.
No, I mean the horn.
No, Cap said, did I jump with you or did I get left behind?
Oh. Well, at least we didn't go far, so let's find out.
I like the horn in Byeia better.
Yeah, I don't like this horn.
It sounds like somebody's passing gas or something. It shows I jumped.
Showed you in V886 Centauri, so,
Yes. Yep. Phew. I made it, guys.
You want to fill the hold?
I guess so, sir.
Oh, you can. Yeah, you can donate it, right?
Yeah.
Duh.
Well, no. Yeah. Let's see.
You should be able to donate tritium. Oh, we probably didn't. It won't be much because we didn't go that far, but
Yeah, only about 80, I think.
81. Yep.
There you go.
Thank you much. And now I just have to wait for the cooldown.
No cartographic data.
Nope, we've been here.
Yeah. Okay.
If you followed along with any of the stuff I've been doing, you've probably been to this system dozens of times. This is my raw material trader.
Oh, yes.
And so I will wait for the jump cooldown time, because otherwise it won't let me schedule the jump.
Actually, Cap, I hope he doesn't leave me until I get rid of this tritium, because my fuel scoop is in his storage, so I won't be going far.
Oh, I'll have to jump back to you, okay?
Yeah. I just remembered that. I'm glad you said get rid of your tritium. That way I can put my fuel scoop back on in case I get left.
Right. So we'll have you donate tritium until you're out, so you can get your scoop back on, just in case of mistakes.
case Elite decides to leave me again.
Hmm.
The only thing I can think of is that there was 2 carriers, but in 2 different instances. And somehow or another, it crossed me over.
Yep. Yeah, so, you know, so long as we're not in a packed carrier system, we should be okay.
Thanks, Kat. I need all the encouragement I get. One jump down. Trace will leave you at some point. Well, if he does, it probably won't be on purpose.
Nope.
And I know when he comes on, so I'll make sure that my ship is planted here at 8 Eastern Time.
All right, so this is where we started from the last time.
Okie dokie.
God, I love the looks of this ship.
Yeah, you pick good. You pick good. And it goes with the name.
Good, definite. Yeah, I like the fact that they had a good deep green with those nice emerald landing lights, and and these are perfect. Those are exactly the right color. So that works nicely.
And your engines are green too, aren't they?
The engines are actually pure. Well, actually, they're not quite emerald green. They're Viridian, I believe is the type of green. That type of green.
Oh yeah, it's pretty cool, anyways.
Yeah. Oh, it's beautiful. I just love the looks of it. The color does very well with the name, so I'm quite happy. I love the fact that it's based off of the Klingon heavy battlecruiser. That's just cool. The main difference between the heavy battlecruiser is these 2 round things in front of the wings. Those, if you take them off, it would very closely resemble it.
Cool.
And a few of the other little pieces. But it's obviously inspired by that, especially since those lights match. Absolutely match light for light.
That is definitely cool.
And like I said, the one with the vertical thing absolutely matches the Harbinger from Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2. I don't know where they got the other 2 from. I don't recognize those noses. Actually, I think the default one is pretty close to Battlestar Galactica.
You still got NPCs landing on you.
Oh yeah. This is a material trader.
Raw material, yeah.
Oh, wasn't paying attention, and the timeout finished. All right, so our next stop is oops, spell it wrong. Pius, Dark Region, KC V C2-25. Now, starting from this point, my plan is each system to go out and use the FSS.
Right.
That way we get our names on the system.
Right. Got you. And we're going to have to do it in our own ships because they found out it didn't share the data.
Right. Well,
We're in crew.
actually, are we in a wing at this point? I hope we are. Yes, we're in a wing. So one or the other of us, actually, if we both pop out and then just, it'll cut down on the amount of time it takes to scan it.
Right.
I still wonder who Orgy Meyer is.
I don't know. I didn't get an invite from him, but that name is kind of like, what?
Yeah.
What are you laughing at?
Captain's quote that I need to put a Klingon sticker on the side of it.
Oh.
Unfortunately, they don't. Yeah, they don't have any decals you can put on it. Otherwise, actually, the one of the Empire factions, their sticker looks a lot like the Klingon. Forget which one. Actually, while I'm sitting here, if I go over to outfitting, livery,
What I love about it, Cap, is about 2 more jumps, and I won't have to worry about pirates.
yep. Oh, excuse me. Where is that decal? Who the heck's decal is this one? Petraeus, huh? Okay, I don't see the decal I was looking at before that was close to the Klingons. Yuri Grum. Torval. Maybe I was thinking of this one.
What did they call that bird? Bird of prey, wasn't it?
Bird of Prey. Yeah, the Klingon Bird of Prey.
They kind of had... Oh, man, go back to that one. They got their wording spelled backwards.
Which one?
Golconda?
Golconda Initiative, yeah.
It's spelled backwards. They didn't reverse the image.
Oh, that's funny. When it's on the ship, it's wrong. Oh, that's great. I'm like, what are you talking about? Then I looked at it on the ship. It's like, oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, that's interesting. All right. Still got my Bronze Explorer badge.
I don't know. I never was one for put stickers on stuff.
I keep looking, hoping that there's something. It might be nice to have a plant in the cockpit, but hologram alphabet park, yeah, whatever. All right, so there's.
Oh, I've got enough stuff in the cockpit to you know, it get to wobbling like that, and I'd be thinking, oh, I need to dodge.
Yeah.
Attention, this carrier has scheduled a hyperspace jump. Please conclude any outstanding business in the system prior to departure.
I've seen some where they had their Christmas lights run, and I'm like, that's just too busy.
Yeah, I generally don't like a whole lot. The only reason I got the the one on there I do is that's actually awarded for getting a certain amount of exploration data in a single week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's actually, you know, that's an achievement. So that's the only reason I put that one up.
Well, everybody, what anybody wants to do with their ship, that's fantastic. I was just saying, for me, my friend Joe, he liked to put all of his rank and stuff on it.
Mm-hmm.
All of it, and it's like, man, I'm not going to earn a good pay, Joe.
Well, I put the 3 stickers on. You know, I've got the name on there with the.
Well, if I went like you did on that, what was it, Distant World thing, and I got a stick, yeah, that's something, or Thargoid hunting or something, and they give you a That Boy sticker, or you completed this, yeah, something like that. But just rank, no.
I wish they'd given. I wish I'd gotten the Distant Worlds 2 decal, but for whatever reason they never sent that to me. And when I talked to, I think it's Commander Erasmus, I was in conversation with him, and he never sent it to me. So I don't know what the heck's going on there. Sad that I don't have it, but whatever. I'm not going to cry over spilt milk.
Yeah. I don't even think I have the name of my ship on there.
Attention, carrier jump sequence is underway. Lockdown begins in 5 minutes.
I don't know. It's like, I'm still trying to figure out where all the hard points are located at.
You've got 2 on the outside pylons, 2 underneath the wing section right next to the hull. The big one is in the middle on the bottom. And you've got 2 more right up behind the on the main fuselage, right above the cockpit, and set a little back.
Yeah.
So if you see, actually I can't.
Well, I was just trying to figure out where would be on this ship for that sub-displacement or subsurface displacement, where would be the best slot for it for aiming.
Oh, for the subsurface, either, where are they? So the ones you normally end up, there's, is it above or below? It's below. Come on. Okay, so your pylon ones are right here in the bottom of this.
Right.
Then the wing ones, I wonder if I can get an angle that shows it.
They're on the kind of the back of the wing, aren't they?
Passengers wishing to remain in the system must leave the carrier within the next 3 minutes.
Come on. It's not going to let me get a good angle to see it. What I'll have to do is I'll have to go out into space and deploy the hard points so you can see where they are. That's how I figured it out. Is I basically, took the ship outside a station, deployed all my hard points, and then used the external camera to fly around my ship.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you use external camera. I haven't done that little trick yet.
It's the only way to see them on this ship.
I figured if one of these days when we get out to one of these systems and it has a good ring in it, and either before we jump, like during the daytime somewhere, I'd go out and I'd just start placing it somewhere and see which is the best for me aiming. Call it good.
Yep.
Well, now all they need is to invent your avatars where you could be actually a Klingon, and then you'd be right there, wouldn't you?
Pretty much, yeah. Although I think it's funny, this, the outline of the cutter is a Star Trek cutter, but that's a Star Wars Imperial paint job.
Yeah.
Whereas
After the third, is it the third or the fourth Star Wars, when they started going kooky with it, when they got the first part 1, part 2, part 3, and then they stopped and went all the way back to when he was a kid, it's like, I'm done.
Yeah, and George Lucas did a few funny things there, and then he didn't follow through with what he was going to do. Because Jar Jar Binks is a Sith Lord.
Okay.
And there's actually been a very quiet confirmation of that was the original intent, but people hated Jar Jar Binks so much that George Lucas changed his mind. He changed his plans.
Why would people hate Jar Jar? I thought he was the most funniest character he had.
Attention, the area is now under pre-flight lockdown. All services have been suspended.
Wasn't he that floppy-eared?
Yep, that floppy-eared guy that spoke in basically that hybrid English ghetto.
To YouTube.
Yeah, well, a lot of politically correct activists got on George Lucas's case with the way he spoke enough that he basically sidelined the character out.
Landing pads retracted. Hangar bay secure.
Which is too bad because, Jar Jar Binks as a Sith Lord was just absolute stunning, out of left field, hit you over the head with an axe type of, people figured it out later that that's where he was going, but, it wouldn't have been until the third movie when he was revealed as being the Lord of the Sith. It just would have been knocked people for a loop. I don't know that you'd actually find that out for certain. Yeah, I think he was going to be in the final 3 movies as well instead of a Snoke. It would have been a Binks.
Hey now, Nate. I can relate to Jar Jar Binks. If anything can happen, it will happen to me the same way it did to him.
All crew, prepare for carrier jump. Attention all ships. This carrier is about to engage the frame shift drive. Please move to a safe distance.
But there were a couple of theorists that went over plot at all the aspects of everything where you see Jar Jar, and there were some very interesting things that happened in this background. Yeah, Jar Jar in the background doing things, and it was like, oh, I didn't catch that. Oh, I didn't catch that.
Oh well, the politically correct people messed it up, so we didn't have to worry about it.
Counting down.
Yeah, they seriously messed it up.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And we are officially underway.
Oh yeah.
I would have really liked to have seen his original plot line gone through, because having Jar Jar come out of left field as, you know, the true ruler of the Sith, that would have just been awesome.
Yeah, and it would have been the underdog going from nothing to everything.
But, you know, the guy who went and did a lot of the analysis, he showed, you know, where Jar Jar did force jumps, where Jar Jar did mind control and other things, and it's just like, oh my.
Well, there's 1,212 credits here.
There's what here?
Somebody's been here before us.
Ah, okay.
I don't think we're far enough out yet.
No, we're not far enough out, but it's still worth going and doing the FSS.
Okay, so we're going out?
Yep. Excuse me.
You haven't plotted our jump yet, right?
Nope. I won't plot the jump till we're both back on the carrier.
Okay. I'm gonna trust you now.
Not a problem. Retract landing gear.
Go for launch.
Landing gear
Speed
retract.
until a carrier is far behind you.
Now what don't you see near us anymore? 500 light years away? There's nobody here.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yay.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
And blow the horn.
System scan complete.
Oh, well that was quick. System map. A4, you are a troublemaker. So Cockhead and... Well, he wants me to jump right back onto the carrier and plot it so you don't get back in time. Ethelred Unread.
Like that, friends like that, I don't need no enemies, do I?
Yeah, well, we have 2 stars here. Okay. Back to the carrier. So this is going to be the general plan for every jump.
Okay.
Make the jump, scan the system, get back on the carrier.
Sounds good.
And I was careful plotting on the way out so we won't be visiting any neutron stars and get ourselves fried coming out. Because that would just suck.
Of course.
Disengage.
Leaving hyperspace.
Hello, Commander. Please stay aware of other ships
Well, actually-
around this carrier.
Let me stay out here a little bit. And then do this. Red alert. Oh, I don't have any...
Weapon systems online and ready.
What?
I don't have a full set of weapons, so I can't show you the underwing ones.
Oh, well, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I'll just, like I said, I'll take the subsurface thingy bobber and put it like in number 4 hole and go shoot it, and then number 2 or number 3, see where it's at. Find one that's good.
Well, there's the 2 on the top. Where are the 2 on the... Where do I have the other 2? Let's me go
I
inside
know you
here.
were telling me that you had 2 of your mining lasers back there on the tail end, and then you said you had to get real close and kind of tilt for them to work.
Yep.
so that those wouldn't. I don't think I'd be very good with them. I need something sort of kind of up front.
Yeah, let's see. Oh, that's what I got there. Okay. So where are those two? Oh, there they are. Okay. Yeah, that's nice. I like that there. Everything's front and center. I do like that. Okay. Stand down.
Acknowledged. Disengaging weapons.
All right, back to the carrier.
So 2 on the bottom and 2 on the top, right by the nose, right?
Yep. And so that I'll show you what that configuration is once I get landed and get the jump laid out. Open hailing frequencies.
Requesting docking permission.
Access granted. Proceed to your allocated path, Commander.
I do love that ship.
There you go.
All right.
That gainer just FSS gained us another 2,117 credits.
Yep. Deploy landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
Landing gear deployed.
Landing complete. Commence shutdown. Welcome to our carrier, Commander.
So I bet 2 of those mining lasers is in slot 4 and slot 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So let me schedule the next jump.
Yeah.
Since I know you're on the ship.
Yep, I am. With friends like A4, it's going to be like zip out there and zip right back. There ain't going to be no looking around. Yeah. Tell me something else there, A4. Tell me something else.
All right. Jump is scheduled. All right. So hard points. So I got 2 of them in. I got 2 of them in the class 3 slots, and the other 2 are in the first 2 class 2 slots. And those are all the slots along the fuselage, other than the 4. I don't have anything in the 4 at the moment.
Okay, so the 2 class 3s would be the ones on top or the bottom?
Top. They're on top just behind the cockpit, so they fire right over your head.
Okay, so what I could do is I could leave my 2 mining lasers in the bottom like I got them, and then put those 2 surface targets in the top.
Yep.
I should be able to aim better with them and have a better... Yeah, we'll try that. Yeah, we'll try that.
Mm-hmm. You'll want to, when you do aim them, you'll want to aim just below whatever you're shooting at, because they go straight out. They don't, even with gimbals, they don't seem to track downwards at all. So you'll want to aim just below, but you'll figure that out when you're shooting them where exactly you're going to want to aim. But it's much better than having them out on the wing.
Well, I had it in slot 4, wherever that one was.
One of the two bottom slots.
And it was the top one, the first.
Oh,
first slot.
First slot is right underneath. The class 4 is directly underneath.
And it was hard aiming it, and it was giving me like 2 targets to shoot at instead of just 1.
Yeah, it's down here. So if I move it's below your cockpit, which is kind of strange because of where the cockpit is on the cutter. It's a lot further below you than these two are above you.
Yeah. Well, what was bothering me is when you click on your prospect limpet to shoot.
Yeah.
I'd have 2 different sets of brackets right next to each other.
Yeah. Yeah, and how I resolved the double bracketing issue was I actually left over what I did is over in modules, I actually turned them off, the ones I didn't want to use. And then in fire groups, I had them all lined up on the same trigger. So I would only have one of them active at a time. Because if they're both powered on, you'll get, even if you're not using them because they're not that you don't have them on a trigger, you do get both aiming reticles for them. So it gets to be confusing.
So if I have 2 subsurfaces, it's going to have 2 targets.
That's correct. And so
So
come over here to modules and turn one off, and then you won't.
That sounds good.
That's kind of why I was taking so long to do things, is I was moving stuff around, turning stuff on, turning stuff off, figuring out the best way to have them configured.
Well, I don't know. I don't think Trace will leave me because he needs somebody to help him mine. So I don't think he'll leave me too far behind. And that job took 256 tons of tritium.
Okay.
Which means I have 166 tons left in.
Well, that's interesting. The redemption office isn't doing what I thought it would.
What's it not doing?
It won't allow the wing bonus isn't showing up over here. I thought it would. Or maybe for some reason we didn't get one? No outstanding transactions. Okay, it says I don't have one, so that's weird.
You don't have one what?
Don't have any wing bonuses for the wing exploration. Well, we'll have to see if that happens later. Or whether that just gets worked into the universal cartographics, I don't know.
What?
But the nice thing about the redemption office is we get the codex discoveries payoffs are here.
What?
And now we just wait for the next jump.
We're not going to need our mining stuff for, what, 42 jumps, maybe?
Something like that, yeah.
Well, I got my fuel scoop back on, so...
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what I get. I want to leave it on this screen so I can look at my pretty carrier. I'm not going to get tired of looking at this.
Well, what I like about it now is I can bookmark it,
Attention, carrier
your
jump
carrier,
is underway.
Yep.
Lockdown begins
so
in
that if I get out of into another system, I can see it.
Well, that's a good thing. The other thing I'm not doing here is I'm not putting in all those bookmarks because I just don't want to maintain them.
I'm not putting bookmarks, but I am writing down. That way, like I said, in case I fall off or you leave me in a system, I can find you.
Well, they're going to be all the same ones we took on the way out the last time.
Yeah, I got my little cheat sheet there and putting an X by the ones that we jumped. Although this is different because before we just rode along and jumped, now we're getting out and scanning and
Yep.
FSSing.
Well, because now it counts. So it's going to take us a little longer to get out there because we're actually accumulating value on our way out.
Passengers wishing to remain in the system must leave the carrier within the next 3 minutes.
Oh, isn't that nice? There's a hatch there. That's cool. Nice.
Okay, A4 is going sleep. Good night, A4.
Up. Good night, A4.
Services are offline. Network access is temporarily unavailable.
Wonder if it'll leave me in the... Nope, it popped me out. Okay. And the ship fart goes off.
Attention, carrier is now under pre-flight lockdown. All
I'm gonna start calling that the whoopee cushion. What would be cool is this when that carrier starts to go into his jump, some of them under the belly thing starts folding up in, you know, making it more airstream.
Yeah.
landing pads retracted. Hangar bay secure.
I'll be right back.
Maintenance crews have signed off. All scheduled work has been placed on hold until the jump is complete. All crew, prepare for carrier jump. Attention all ships. This carrier is about to engage the frame shift drive. Please move to a safe distance. Attention all personnel. Frame shift drive has been engaged. Attention. Counting down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, I'm back.
Just in time.
Yeah, I had to go get me some coffee.
Aha! A few credits.
We going up?
Yep.
Okay.
Retract landing gear.
Ship released. You have liftoff.
Landing gear retracted.
Power to shields.
Routing power to shields.
Power to engines.
Routing power to engines.
Frameshift drive charging.
And you're clear.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
All right.
System scan complete.
Alrighty, system map. System map. Alright, let's see who's been here. Axe 1, Redagor, Aussie Rules, and that's everybody. Okay, so no firsts on this one. Disengage.
Exiting hyperspace.
Welcome, Commander. Please request docking permission before approaching a landing pad.
Alright, since it's 10:30, or actually it's 10:30, I think I'll leave the carrier here overnight, and we'll pick it up tomorrow. Open hailing frequencies.
Sounds good to me.
Requesting docking permission.
Permission
And that way we don't
granted.
miss,
Landing pad
you
is
don't miss
set.
out on first discoveries and stuff.
Yep.
That's what I was going to ask you when you wanted to do that. If you just wanted to just both log out at the same time, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. I'll just leave in the carrier here, and we'll take the next jump tomorrow.
You know.
I guess I'll let you land first, since they put us right close to each other.
Okie doke. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Not only that, I have auto dock on.
Ah. Which explains the approach angle it took.
Oh yeah, it's weird. Always weird.
So I'll just come in over the top and rotate my way in. Deploy landing gear.
Landing deployed.
Landing gear deployed.
We've got you safe and sound. Clamps engaged. What can we do for you, Commander?
All right. So, 2 jumps down. Many, many more to go. So we're basically on our way out. We'll pick it up again tomorrow night, 8 p.m. as usual. Thank you very much for coming along, Lynn. And I believe Yellow's coming with us, so it'll be good to have him along as well. Oops, I did that wrong. Typing on a keyboard that's at a diagonal is sometimes tough. Anyway, like I said, we'll pick it up tomorrow night. 1,000 kilometers out of 55,000 kilometers, so 1/55th. Which is just under 2%. If it were a straight line, which it's not. It's close, but not quite.
What'd we go? 47 jumps? It wasn't even halfway, or was just barely halfway?
Just barely halfway is 47 jumps. Yep. Yeah, something like that, yeah.
No, 73 jumps was our last one.
Oh, really? Okay.
Wow.
Let me look. It's a long ways. Yeah, 73 jumps. Yeah. And that's so Explorer's Anchorage is 53 jumps out, and then it's another probably 53 jumps beyond that. So we've made 2 jumps out of 100 and something, just under 2%. Yep. That math works and should continue to work through the rest of the way. Like I said, we'll pick it up tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern. That's all for now. This is Trice Majestus signing out.